everybody, and welcome to Techno, the #1 channel for all of your tech tutorials, news, and reviews. My name is Viraj Das, and in today's video, we will create an artificial intelligence code that reads text and says it. Simple enough, right? Right? You're saying it's not simple? It's the hardest thing that ever possible? Just kidding. This tutorial was made for beginners, though even professionals can follow along. So what is needed? Well, of course, a computer, a decent Wi-Fi network, and on your computer, you'll need PyCharm or any other IDE, and any web browser, Safari, Chrome, Edge. Is that it? Is that really it? Now let's see here. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Without further ado, let's begin. Ah, yes, the life of a programmer on his trusty computer. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up Google Chrome and download PyCharm from JetBrains from their website. The link is going to be in the description below. Then, if you want to, you can download the fully completed project files from my GitHub, also link in the description below. Now, for the exciting part, let's open up PyCharm. Ooh. Now that it's open, we're going to hit New Project, and we're going to name it whatever we want. I'm going to name it, just for fun, the Chatty Python Script. Such a great name. So, make sure that create a main.py welcome script is checked. And create. Now, what is the first thing we're going to do when we create a code that talks to us? Well, of course, we're going to Google it. No, I'm just kidding. We are going to install the library that we need. So, just type in pyttsx3 in your browser and copy the pip install from PyPy. Go back to PyCharm and in the terminal, Control V, enter. Now we can just sit back and relax while it's installing. It's still installing. Okay, it's done. Now, how did it go again where we bring it into our code? It was like put in. Oh, import, that's right. How did it get on my screen? Oh, well, it somehow teleported there. Anyways, import pyttsx3. And did you know that it actually stands for Python text-to-speech version 3? Next up, we are going to create a variable. Engine. And we are going to set it to pyttsx3.init. You know what? It's gonna get really annoying to keep on typing pyttsx3. I'm about to make your life easier. As TTS. And then we can just replace that with TTS. There we go. Now we don't have to type that super long abbreviation every single time. Next, we're gonna create a function called speed. And the function will need the parameter number. Don't worry, we have a reason for this. So, next up, rate, another variable, equals engine dot get property. And the property we're going to get is rate. Simple enough, right? Now, engine dot set property. And we're going to set the property of rate to whatever the number parameter is. Remember the number from up here? I told you we'd have a use case for it. Now, just for our own sake, we're going to do print F as an F string. F strings are my favorite type of strings because it just makes your life so easy. So, F string, talking, speed, set to, and then we're going to pass in the value of number again. Now, you just completed your first function. Congratulations! Now, we're going to do def voice. So, we're creating another function. Yay! And integer. Now, another variable, voices equals engine dot get property, and we're going to get the property of voices. Now, once again, engine dot set property. What are we going to set the property of? Voices. And this time, we're going to do voices. And then, in the list of voices, we're going to pass in integer. Remember? From up here. Integer. And then, to complete that, .id. Then, of course, just once again for us, print F string. Then, voice set to, and then integer. There we go. Don't worry, only 2 more functions left. Def talk. Here's the main one. Out of everything we're doing right now, here's the main one. Text. Now, we're going to do engine dot say yes, and then engine dot run and wait. Now, 1 more function left till we reach ultimate awesomeness. So, def save, and inside we're going to pass in 2 parameters, text and name. You'll see why in a minute. We're going to do engine dot save to file, and now is when we use the parameters. So we're going to do text and then name plus the string of .mp3. Now we're just gonna do engine dot run and wait, and finally print saved. Yay! Okay, just looking back to the code before we do the really awesome main part. Oh, really important. Don't do voices up in the voice function. It's voice. Really important. So, now, the super cool main part, speed. We're going to do 200. So now our speed is set to 200. Now, then the next one, voice. Then, what's our voice? For now, let's do 0. I'll show you the different ones. There's way too many to show. I'll show you a few of them later on. Then, talk. What are we going to say? This audio was generated by Python. Yeah, that's the coolest thing to say in this situation. And, yeah. When we run it.
This audio was generated by Python.
How cool is that? We have it at the speed 200, as it says down here, and our voice is set to 0, and it said this audio was generated by Python. But there's a little more cool stuff we can do. Since we went through all that hard work making these functions, now, with just a tiny tweak, we can make our lives easier. Oh, we actually made our lives easier with the functions. Now, it's paying off now. So, we can make the talking speed slow.
This audio was generated
we can make it, or we can make it really fast.
This audio was generated by Python.
See? I'm just gonna stick with 200 because that's kind of normal. Then we can change the voice. The voice. That sounds so cool.
This audio was generated by Python.
Alright, so don't forget, it starts at 0 because this is code, and code starts with 0. So 0, 1, then there's 2.
This audio was generated by
Right? And if you're on Windows, I believe there's only 0 and 1, but if you're on Mac, there's so many. You can try them yourself. Then we'll just duplicate the talk line and fill it with our last function, save. And this is the coolest function of them all. So we'll just keep this the same because, like, what's cooler than saying this audio was generated by Python, right? Then we're gonna save our file with the name audio. And when we run it,
This audio was generated by Python.
look, it just created an audio.mp3 file. So if we just open it up in whatever you use to browse your computer files, and then we just run the mp3 file,
This audio was generated by Python.
how insanely cool is that? We just created a Python code that says text out loud and then saves it to a file. Holy moly! An AI that does text to speech? And even cooler, you built it yourself in no time at all. Well, I hope this tutorial has taught you something and has given you a new perspective on technology of the future. But anyways, don't forget to smash that like button, demolish the bell icon, and completely obliterate the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Till next time.